It's time for the Coach's Corner Show, brought to you by Beggar's Pizza. Now here's your host, Pat Disabato.
Hello, welcome to the Coach's Corner Show, brought to you by Beggar's Pizza. I am your host, Pat Disabato from the Southtown Star newspaper, and we are out at Andrew High School in Tinley Park, home to some good people. My boy Pie, the athletic director, Rich Piachek. My boy Johnny Tadla, who I refer to as the artist, formerly known as John Tadla. But our guest this week, Andrew varsity football coach Jim Malik in his first year. T-Bolts are 7-3, coming off a first-round playoff victory over my beloved alma mater, Eisenhower, 14-0. We're going to talk to Jim about all things T-Bolts. Should mention that Mr. Malik is a 1985 graduate of Revis, and he is a fan of Kojaks, like myself. And you people in Burbank know what I'm talking about when I mention Kojaks. All right, folks, we are going to go to a Beggar's Pizza timeout. When we return, we're going to have on Jim Malik, and also in the third segment, Tom Mulvey from Athletics will talk about stingers and issues like that. Stay tuned.
For over 30 years, Beggar's Pizza has been delivering you great pizza your whole family will love. But don't forget, it's not only our award-winning thin, stuffed, and deep dish pizza. We have great pasta, salads, desserts, sandwiches, and more. Our meals are prepared with the finest ingredients available, making sure you go home happy every time. Whether it's your team's victory bash, a birthday party, or just a nice night out of the kitchen, enjoy a great Beggar's Pizza at home or dine in at one of our many Chicagoland locations.
Moraine Valley has a proud tradition of providing academic excellence and student success. A well-rounded college experience at Moraine Valley includes clubs, organizations, athletics, fitness center, and more.
With the coaching staff and the facilities they offer, it's been really great.
I definitely believe Moraine Valley is a good choice for someone who is looking for an associate's degree.
Moraine Valley Community College, changing lives for a changing world.
Having surgery or dealing with some type of nagging pain that limits your function? Then get to Athletics. We offer treatment for all types of orthopedic injuries, work-related injuries, and sports injuries. Therapists with over 20 years of experience provide treatment that is efficient and effective. Our 2,000 square foot clinics offer state-of-the-art equipment from HydroTrack, Blankenship, and Biodex. If your doctor suggests physical therapy, then you suggest Athletics, where every patient is treated like a champion.
Hi, welcome back to the Coach's Corner Show, brought to you by Beggar's Pizza. Our guest this week, we got the big dog, Jim Malik from Andrew High School. Jim, thanks for coming on board, buddy.
Thank you very much, Pat.
Proud 1985 graduate of Revis.
That is correct.
Got a lot of nice little rivalry, Revis and my alma mater, Eisenhower, through the years, right?
Absolutely.
Good stuff.
Absolutely.
All right, Jimmy. Started the season 1-3. Things not looking all that bright at that time. What was going through your mind being a first-year head coach at that point, and were you second-guessing yourself at all, or what?
Well, personally, I pretty much second-guess myself all the time, so that's pretty much my nature. But, we're sitting at 1-3 and just, kind of scratching our heads a little bit, thinking, what's really going on here? Because we had, 3 tough defeats. The Sandburg game, we were in it.
Yep, great game.
Couldn't really pull it out. The Eisenhower game, we were ahead going into that fourth quarter, 21-20, and then just
wheels fell off.
Just the wheels fell off, and we were fortunate enough to get stagged the next week. And then over at Lincoln Way West, we were up 17-6 at the half there, and just we just kind of looked at ourselves and said, what do we need to do differently here to kind of turn the ship around? It's like we got some great kids. Yep. Some good athletes, great coaches, but we gotta look inward a little bit and figure out what can we do to change things. So what we ended up doing was we changed some things up with the way we practiced and prepared for the opponents during the week.
Yep.
Challenge the kids a little bit more, maybe make them a little bit more accountable. Even change the way we do our film study along the way during the week. Make it more challenging and more competition in practice. It's not like we threw the whole playbook out and said, all right, let's start over again, because we were going to stick with what we had, and we were happy with that. And we saw a lot of good things in those first 4 games anyway. So to get us to that point, we're like, hey, we can do this. Yep. We can do this, but we need to have
tweak
a little bit
some
more
things, right?
Tweak some things along the way, and that's what we did.
And that's a sign of a good coach too, Jim, because a lot of coaches go in, it's their way, the highway. They're not going to adjust to the personnel they have, and there are times when you're going to have to tweak things. And being in your first year, learning experience a little bit for you too, right?
Yeah, absolutely, and and that was a great team effort. Obviously with the kids, but also with the coaching staff too. They did. We all kind of a band of brothers together and said, we got to make something happen here, and we're going to take it 1 week at a time. That's it.
Yep.
One game. One game season, for the rest of the year, and just take it one bit at a time.
And you guys end up winning 6 in a row. So, okay, you lost to Eisenhower back in week 2, 41-21. Pairings come out. You see you got Eisenhower again. What was going through your mind at that point, and how do you go from allowing 41 points in week 2 to shutting the Cardinals out the first round of playoffs last week, 14-0?
Well, after seeing the pairings, I mean, the nice thing was you knew that. You knew that team that you were playing.
Right.
So in terms of preparation, we knew pretty much what they were going to do, and I think it makes, that part of it a little bit easier, just being familiar with them.
Yes.
The other part of it is, the kids are going to be fired up for it because they want to have a chance to make things right again. And I think those are the two big factors with that. Now, in terms of the adjustments, defensively, same kids on the defense. We didn't change up the personnel. We just continue to work on the fundamentals, we do it all the time, but just continue to work on, pick a few specific things, for that week, especially with my, the D-line, that's who I work with. It's like, guys, here are the things that we need to work on this week, and we're just going to focus on those, and, just adjustments with those guys, the linebackers, DBs. I just think we got more experience.
More confident?
More confident, more experience. And, same with the offense, too. It just, as the year progressed, we just got more experience and more confidence as we went along. And the execution just got better. It was more consistent, not just, let's do it in the first half or the first quarter, but, throughout the game.
Throughout the game, yeah. And I'll tell you, speaking of confidence, your quarterback, Tyler Hook, and I covered you guys in week 1 against Sandburg, and he looked like a kid that was starting his first varsity game ever.
He was starting his first game.
Exactly.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Then I saw him middle of the season. Well, I saw him against Thornton in week 9, and a totally different kid, much more polished, and against Eisenhower, the same thing. Talk about his maturation and development throughout the season, Jim.
Oh, yeah, it's been fun to watch. I kind of refer to him as the conductor out there. Keeps the tempo of the offense going, getting the huddle going. Between the run, the pass, he's got some great responsibilities out there. A lot of great leadership out there. Stands tall in the pocket. Does
6'4", 6'5",
6'5", and keeps it together even after. We always remind him, hey, you're going to get hit sometimes. Just get back up, and that's a credit to him. He's had his position coach, Coach Dwyer, offensive coordinator, has done a great job with him. It's a special position at the end of the day. To be a quarterback, man. And the good, the bad, and the ugly. It's just been so much fun watching him develop this year. And it was he didn't get much playing time last year.
No.
But coming into the year though, felt really good about Tyler.
Yep.
There was no
lot
doubt.
Of potential.
A lot of potential, right? And what we saw, and just he grew into the role, and he's just done a great job. And we're so proud of him for that.
And another kid who's done a great job is Jarvis Franklin. I mean, you're starting running back, also you're starting linebacker. I mean, this kid's playing on both sides of the ball. And a lot of coaches, resist that temptation to play a kid on both sides of the ball. Me, I see a kid that athletic, that talented. He's got to play both ways. What was your thought process going into this thing with Jarvis?
Well, last year he started both ways for us. It was somewhere towards maybe the second or third week of the season last year as a junior, where it was like, all right, Jarvis needs to play some defense.
Yeah.
And he hadn't had too much experience, and it was a little baptism by fire for him, and he's picking up on things really well. He came up during the sophomore year, just strictly as a running back with us, but last year kind of cut his teeth a little bit, playing both ways, and this year it was like, Jarvis,
you're the man.
You got to be the man. You got to be the man.
Yep.
And he's done a great job for us, and he keeps getting better.
Yeah.
Key first downs when we need them, or a little breakaway here and there, and he's still learning on defense too, and I think he's doing a great job.
Yeah,
so.
He's a hard runner, man. He is a hard runner. He runs the ball hard. All right, we are going to go to a Lisa Thomas Salon timeout. Remember, folks, go to lisathomassalon.com. Team Club, a lot of great specials for high school kids to be had. All right, we're going to do this break. We come back, more with Andrew coach Jim Malik. Stay tuned.
teen doesn't want to be in style with the latest trends? What teen doesn't want the hottest cuts at an affordable price? It's time to get noticed with the Lisa Thomas Salon Teen Club, where girls get a cut and style for just $27 and guys get a cut and style for just $17. Get the right look for the right price at the Lisa Thomas Salon Teen Club. Your style, perfect style. Only at Lisa Thomas Salon.
For over 60 years, Standard Bank has been a part of your neighborhood, supporting sports and other activities, working with communities as they grow and thrive, helping businesses and families to reach their financial goals. In communities all over Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana, your neighborhood is our neighborhood. We can help you reach your financial goals. To learn about products like Check Free, our super secure service that saves you time and money and makes it easy to pay your bills online, visit standardbanks.com. Member FDIC.
Pops opened in 1980. Although we've come a long way, 30 years later, Pops continues to cater to the South Chicagoland area. Each of our owners are dedicated to serving the best, freshest product possible. Our beef is cooked and sliced fresh daily. Not only known for our beef, but other great items, sausage, chicken sandwiches, hot dogs, and gyros. Featuring our newest food item, the breaded steak sandwich. Let us cater your next party. Please visit our website for a Pops location nearest you.
All right, welcome back to the Coach's Corner Show, brought to you by Beggar's Pizza. If you're just joining us, we're at Andrew High School. Our guest this week, Andrew varsity football coach Jim Malik. All right, Jim, before we talk about St. Rita, your second-round opponent, that game's going to be played here Friday night, 7 o'clock. Talk about your seniors. I know this senior group, very integral part to this team's success this season.
Oh, absolutely, Pat. They, when I first took the position, the one thing that came to mind were the seniors all the way. High-character kids, hard workers, enthusiastic. Great contributors, to the program, to also Andrew High School too, and and we had quite a few kids. We had some experience last year. Guys like Mike Love, our offensive tackle, gives us a little time on defense. Corey Chinowski, Alex Zapovigna, Jarvis, obviously, Joey Sanfilippo, one of our receivers.
Great job at receiver, man.
Great job this year out of him.
Got to take care of those Italians, too. You know what I'm saying? I know you're partial to the stashes and all that, but, I'm a little partial to the Italians. So.
Right. Throw a little love that way. Bobby Bushnell, guys like, Nicky Reyes, Joey Jasinski. A lot of kids just had, some experience last year. So just coming back, it was just nice to see. It's like, okay, we're not just totally starting from scratch along the way. Pat Elgett, outside linebacker, and we had a couple of younger kids too. Fred Castle and Kevin Walsh, who played up as sophomores last year. So.
All right, now you got St. Rita this weekend. Their offense has been, it's not, I won't say explosive. It's a good offense. Their defense is tremendous. What do you think you guys need to do? You welcome in this Catholic League Blue Power, which is going to be a cool experience for your kids, your fans. What do you think needs to happen here to key for you guys to staying in this game and pulling off the victory here?
I think it's got to start off on the line of scrimmage. They got to. I like their offense. They're big, strong kids. It's got a lot of potential just to kind of just get going on you, and just watching some of the tape on them. They got those big kids up front. The backs are good to receive. It's a good offense, and we gotta do the job up front on the defensive line to give us a chance with that. And, got to clog it up a little bit. As I remind the kids, clog it up.
Clog it up a little bit, and their defense, which is a tremendous defense, probably the best I've seen locally from the teams we cover, the 40 teams we cover. The best defense I've seen. Offensively, what do you think you need to do to crack that defense a little bit?
It's got to start up front. It's got to start up front. We're going to put it on our linemen. You got to open up some holes, get to the next level. You got to do what you got to do, and when we throw the ball, give Tyler Hook some time to throw the ball. Along the way.
That's going to be a big key. Absolutely. Your sophomore squad, 18-0, right?
Yes.
Undefeated last year, undefeated this year. Pretty good group, huh?
Great group of kids. Excellent group of kids. Enthusiastic, good athletes. There's not a whole lot of them.
No.
Only about maybe 35 of them, but hopefully we get them all back and. Winning is contagious, I guess.
Absolutely.
So let's keep it rolling with those guys. So
I know a couple of people who really hope winning is contagious. Your boys' basketball coach, Michael Halloran.
Absolutely.
We're going to put the pressure on him right now. He has got a group coming back, studs. He will be in the preseason top 10 this year. Okay, Andrew boys basketball in the preseason top 10. That's got to be a first. I'll tell you that.
That'd be nice.
And Dave DeHaan, who does a great job with the baseball team. That'll just segue away. But you guys starting this thing off, the football team. You guys setting the table. It really is important for a school. To get the school spirit going and excitement, right?
Absolutely, and that's something we talk to the kids about. We're the first big one of the year, you know,
Yep.
the football season, you know, get the year off to a good start, and really enjoyed things along the way. And, you know, between Mike and Dave, you know, two great guys, you know, great leaders, great coaches, and good friends to me in the program. So.
Yep. Being your first year as a head coach, you're a long-time assistant, Jim. What was the biggest adjustment you had to make going from assistant position to being the man?
I think it's just that, being the man, making those decisions. You know, there's still a lot of things I'm still doing where I'm like, you know, I probably should delegate that to somebody from time to time. Probably those administrative parts of it along the way.
Yep.
You know, the relationship part's still important. You know, with the guys along the way, try to maintain good relationships with the coaches, and just you know, just have everybody still be a big part of it. You know,
yep.
So it's, you know, some coaches come in and I'm just going to do this, I'm going to do that, you know, and they take some things away. And I still kept it. You know, Jim Hoba's still our defensive coordinator. He's doing a great job.
Yep.
Mike Dwyer's doing an excellent job on the offensive end. You know, as the D-line coach, I got to watch those guys for 5 years, and I'm like, well, why am I going to change that up? They're doing a great job, and I supported everything they did when I was an assistant, so why change that? So it's, you know, so you know, in terms of the bigger changes, I think more the administrative parts, probably a few sleepless nights here and there. It's been a great weight loss program for me, to be honest with you. You know, especially at the beginning of the year, but you know, just being a little bit more in the spotlight a little bit. You know, but you know, I'm still me.
Yeah.
You know, still a pretty approachable person, and you know, so.
Yeah, and you got the playoff beard going. I like it, man.
I got the playoff beard, or you know, my daughters don't like it, but they got to live with it.
They got to live with it, man. You got to keep it going. You have to keep it going. All right, Jim, thanks a lot for being on board, man. I appreciate it. Congratulations on a great season. What a way to start your head coaching career, man. Keep it going. Good luck against those St. Rita Mustangs this week. And hey, it's fun, man, right? I mean, you're still alive.
It's a lot of fun. It's great to be playing when it's cold.
Yep, absolutely, absolutely. All right, now, folks, we are going to go to a athletics timeout. This next segment, we have Tom Mulvey from athletics. He's going to come on board, give you some great information, knowledgeable information for you guys. And then after that segment, we'll have the old players of the week, and we're going to have the Isaac text poll question as well. A chance for you to win $50. All right, so go to this break. We'll see you in a little bit.
Having surgery or dealing with some type of nagging pain that limits your function? Then get to Athletics. We offer treatment for all types of orthopedic injuries, work-related injuries, and sports injuries. Therapists with over 20 years of experience provide treatment that is efficient and effective. Our 2,000 square foot clinics offer state-of-the-art equipment from HydroTrack, Blankenship, and Biodex. If your doctor suggests physical therapy, then you suggest Athletics, where every patient is treated like a champion.
Looking for a lunch you won't soon forget? Check out the new Beggar's Lunch Buffet. Of course you'll find the great thin crust, stuffed crust, and deep dish Beggar's pizza you love, but our buffet goes even further. We have soups, salads, Italian beef, Italian sausage, pasta, and chicken. And don't forget about Beggar's famous cookie pizza for dessert. For only $7.95, it's an incredible deal. From 11 until 2, Monday through Friday, this is a can't-miss lunch that has something for everyone. So get to a Beggar's near you today.
Hello, and welcome back to the Coach's Corner Show, brought to you by Beggar's Pizza. Okay, folks, our second guest of the evening, we've got Tom Mulvey, owner of Athletic Sports and Orthopedic Physical Therapy, and we've had this segment before with Tom last year, and Tom's going to educate you folks about some injuries and things of that nature, physical therapy. And this segment, we're going to talk about stingers or burners, a common theme that you hear for athletes, and Tom's going to explain different things about a stinger and burner. So, Tom, thanks a lot for doing this again.
Hey,
we
Pat,
appreciate it.
Thanks for having me on.
All right, let's give the folks a definition of a stinger or burner, Tom.
A stinger or burner is an injury that occurs to the shoulder very frequently in football, wrestling, hockey, and it's something that sometimes gets the thought process of being not very serious, but it is something that really needs to be understood and watched.
Yep.
About 50% of all football players go through or experience this type of an injury. 2 in 100 in any given year will go through it. And more importantly, of the 50% that get it, 30% of those people and those players get it actually in high school. So high school is a very, very highly targeted time to watch this injury.
And how does a stinger or burner happen?
You have the shoulder itself is a structure that is very, very close to the neck.
Yep.
And the nerves that leave the neck. And in this picture here, we can see that you have the relationship here where you see that the nerves leave the neck and run down all the way through the arm and into the hand. Now, imagine this body with the head side bent away, a little bit backward bent, and a little bit rotated away, and taking a force either down on the shoulder or one that sends the shoulder backward a little bit. That force causes a stretching torsion to occur right through here on these nerves, and the result is symptoms that are almost a very slight to slightly more significant partial paralysis.
Wow. So, I mean, obviously more common in football players. And what specifically does the athlete feel when this occurs? Because, you come back, you're hurting, and, nowadays coaches, hey, suck it up, whatever. But how does it feel to have this happen?
It's a great question. These kids are playing on high adrenaline. They're really, fired up in regards to the game. And the last thing they want to do is say, Coach, take me out. I can't feel in my arm.
Yep.
They could feel anything from a little bit of a burning sensation down through that pattern of nerve. They can feel pain shooting down through that area of nerve. They can feel even like a numbness or tingling down that pattern of nerves. So much so that the arm temporarily may feel like it's not functioning. Definitely, there can also be some muscular involvement.
Okay.
So, specific muscles such as the deltoid, areas of the rotator cuff, the bicep, into the elbow, supination and pronation, as well as the brachialis muscles into the arm, can muscularly be affected. And again, most times, just very temporarily, but it's something that needs to be watched.
And what happens if it's not just one arm? If you feel a sensation in both arms?
Well, that's a little more serious, because now, as we've showed you, if it's the true tail stinger that we experience most of the time, those nerves tend to be on one side. If there's sensation that goes down into both sides, then it's not. We wouldn't look at it as a stinger. Now we would tend to look at it more as being some type of a cervical problem, and that's more serious. If it's bilateral, that really needs to be checked, and that player needs to be pulled from the game.
Okay.
There's 3 grades that we look at to determine in the degree to which it's involved. A grade 1 is that temporary loss. 2 to 3 minutes it recovers, and the player is pretty much at that point looking at a short-term problem. A grade 2, usually a little more motor involvement. It'll go about maybe 6 weeks.
Okay.
And at that point, we still need to watch for other problems that will occur both muscularly, pain, neck, shoulder. The more serious one is a grade 3, and at that case, the grade 3 is symptoms upwards of a year. That's a problem in which it really needs to be taken care of.
Okay, and the stinger treated?
You know what, we look at the status of the neck, as much as a physical therapy standpoint, neck, shoulder, arm, making sure the muscles come back, and making sure that he has pain-free function and is confident enough to continue to play.
Okay, great. Tom, thank you very much.
Not a problem, Pat.
For coming on board again.
Thanks very much
folks,
for having me.
Three different locations: Hometown, Orland Park, Oak Lawn, athletics, sports and orthopedic physical therapy. We're going to go to a timeout right now, a Labriella Bakery timeout. And remember, get out that cell phone. Isaac, textbook question of the week, sponsored by Standard Bank. Chance to win $50. Stay tuned.
Looking for a unique dining experience with incredible food? Then check out Labriola Bakery Cafe. Opened by Rich Labriola, Chicago's premier artisan baker, you know they'll have great bread, but you won't believe the rest of their menu. Wood-fired Neapolitan pizzas, fresh pasta, and their world-famous Richie Burger. There's also homemade gelato and, of course, their famous bread. Labriola Bakery Cafe and Neapolitan Pizzeria, conveniently located in the Oak Grove Promenade.
What teen doesn't want to be in style with the latest trends? What teen doesn't want the hottest cuts at an affordable price? It's time to get noticed with the Lisa Thomas Salon Teen Club, where girls get a cut in style for just $27 and guys get a cut in style for just $17. Get the right look for the right price at the Lisa Thomas Salon Teen Club. Your style, perfect style. Only at Lisa Thomas Salon.
Since 1970, Standard Bank & Trust has been a landmark at the corner of 95th and Western. Now there's a new, state-of-the-art Standard Bank at the same convenient location and better equipped to serve your needs. So stop by and meet our friendly, professional staff. They provide personalized service and a wide range of products to help both businesses and individuals reach their financial goals. In the Evergreen Park area and in communities all over Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana, we're your neighborhood bank. Learn more at standardbanks.com. Member FDIC.
All right, welcome back to the Coach's Corner Show, brought to you by Beggar's Pizza. Thanks to Jim Malik of Andrew and Tom Mulvey from Athletics for being our guests. All right, folks, Isaac text poll question of the week, sponsored by Standard Bank. Which team will allow the least amount of points this week? Text A for Andrew, text B for Brother Rice, text C for Mount Carmel, text D for Homewood Flossmoor, text E for St. Rita. Now, text Beto and the answer option to 90210. Texter number 3 with the correct response win a $50 gift card from Standard Bank. Go to coachescornershow.com if you want to see the question and the answer options again. All right, the Labriola Bakery Cafe Golden Baguette Player of the Week. St. Rita running back Tim Lombard rushed for 225 yards and 4 touchdowns to lead the Mustangs to a 35-10 win over Shepherd. We'll get a $25 gift card out to Tim from Labriola Bakery Cafe. And Elisa Thomas Salon Teen Club Player of the Week. We're going to give 2 Teen Club gift packs out to Tinley Park swimmers Hannah Egan and Kylie Shook, who each won 2 events to lead the Titans to the South Suburban Blue Conference Girls Swimming Championship. So we'll get a nice little goodie bag to those 2 girls. All right, folks, hope you enjoyed the show. Get out to some games this week. A lot of great second-round matchups to be had. Probably Bolingbrook Mount Carmel is one of the best of the lot, no doubt about it. All right, folks, see you next week.